मैंने आज YouTube का वीडियो देखा, I'm now motivated. Oh heck, that motivation is not going to last for more than 30 seconds. So better be motivated by your goal, better show up, better put in the time. None of this is going to happen in an instant gratification fashion.
Sorry, going back to your diet a little bit, you were mentioning now that you are, more of a, not more of, you are a mountaineer and you're a bodybuilder. Can you take us through, especially when you're actively training, what you might eat in a day, like examples? Because I think it would be great for our audience to know
Hmm.
how you eat whole food, whole vegan food, how you get enough protein, because
Yeah.
I'm sure that's your number one question that you get along
Right.
with us too. So if you don't mind just letting us know how, what exactly, not exactly, but typically
Just
what you eat.
generally.
Yeah.
Right. So my diet when I'm training is very different than my diet when I'll be on the mountains. I'll start off by very quickly sharing what my diet during my training is. Currently, my training schedule is not very aggressive. I am just in the mode that I want to maintain my fitness. I'm still working towards my next goal, and so I need to figure out like a proper long-term plan towards that goal. So in the meantime, once I figure that out, I'm just like maintenance mode. So I train 4 days a week, and three of those sessions are what I would call resistance training or strength training or bodybuilding sessions, whatever you want to call them. It's basically lifting weights is what I will do 3 days a week, and then 1 day a week I will be climbing mountains. So that's my current schedule. Um in terms of the food that I eat is again I'm maintaining my weight, so I'm not trying to either gain weight or lose weight at this point. So I'm eating my maintenance calories, which in my case is approximately around 24 to 2500 calories a day given my everyday schedule and my lifting schedule and my hiking schedule. Of course, on the days when I will hike, I will bump up my calories significantly because I want to keep my glycogen stores constantly full and not like deplete them. So that's a very different, very nuanced, thing. I don't want to get into that. But just on a regular basis, out of 2500 calories, the way I design my diet is I first decide how much protein I want to eat. Because for me, protein tends to be, a little bit more trickier. The other two things, carbs and fats, are very easy to get on a vegan diet. Protein requires a little bit more planning. So, in my mind, around 1.8 to 2 grams of protein per kg of body weight, given the kind of training I do, is what is optimum. The body of evidence is suggesting a very sweet spot around 1.6 grams per kg of body weight. But with plant protein, especially around the content of leucine, I like to kind of just be slightly on the higher side. So instead of 1.6, I kind of around 1.8 to 2 grams. So in my case, I'm around 80 kgs. So I will end up eating about 140 to 150 grams of protein a day. Once I know that that is the amount of calories I need from protein, the balanced calories, I just keep it very open that I'll get it from carbs or fats. In terms of fats, I primarily focus on getting them from whole sources as much as possible. So it's primarily nuts or seeds or my tofu, my tempeh, those kind of things. And then the last thing being plant oils. And even in plant oils, I'll try to choose oils which are higher in unsaturated fats rather than saturated fats because I'm very cognizant of my LDL levels and I would like to keep my LDL levels in check. So that's typically how I will look at a very higher level picture. From like a very bare bones, what I eat in a day, typically I will start my day off with overnight protein oats. This is basically combination of rolled oats combined with a protein powder, combined with a fruit of my choice, combined with a whole host of nuts and seeds, either mix or either single, whatever is available at home. I'll soak it all in into water overnight, and then in the morning I'll blend it with a bunch of greens and a frozen fruit or something. So just a mix of this becomes a big, massive smoothie. Uh, Approximately, I target about 700 calories in my morning smoothie, and again a very balanced kind of meal, so that there's no significant spike that I'm getting in my glucose. While acute short term spikes in glucose are really not a big issue, which people make it out to be constantly. They are not, because it's an acute short-term response of your body. uh, I do like getting a more flat response of glucose so that I have sustained energy through my morning, and that I'm snacking lesser. Sometimes when I'm not full, I'm more gravitated towards, hey, maybe I should eat some food, maybe I should do this or those kind of things. So I don't want to go towards those things. This meal takes care of it. It has simple, complex carbs. It has fair bit of protein, fair bit of fats, essential fats, and then micronutrition as well through the nuts, through the fruits, through the oats, and through the greens as well. So pretty balanced meal, reasonable amount of fiber as well. I think almost 13 to 14 grams of fiber right off out of the bat on my first meal, which kind of helps me not like bother about how am I going to meet my fiber needs. Or anyways, on a plant-based diet, you don't need to really worry about fiber needs or any of those things, because if you are eating whole foods, you're easily going to hit your fiber needs very, very without overthinking any of this stuff. My next meal tends to be whatever is made at home, but my version of it. So at my home, every day it's roti, sabzi, and dal, which is being made. My rotis are slightly different. I will end up adding a little bit of either pea protein or rice protein to my rotis, so that the protein quotient of my rotis is slightly higher. Whatever vegetable is cooked at home, I will take a portion of that vegetable. I've been trying to convince my home to make it in minimal oil and not put any sugar or jaggery in the vegetables. So take that vegetable, and then I make a massive salad on the side. This is lots of greens again, lots of watery vegetables, and I will add in some tofu into this, like maybe a half block of tofu, maybe some nut butter or some seed butter on the top. So a portion of roti, a portion of vegetable, and then massive salad on the side. Sometimes a bean also on the side, like a rajma or a chole or a mung bean or some dal if it is made at home. So this is typically what my lunch is. Again, a very balanced lunch. Now, someone would come and claim that this is more all carb dominant. Look, I am an endurance athlete and need carbs. Like if anyone is telling me that don't eat carbs, they have no clue how endurance sports work, okay? Or even if how lifting works. Even in lifting, you need significant amount of carbs. So I am going to be a little carb dominant, but I also make sure that there's fair bit of protein and fats also coming in. It's not like just I'm eating carbs. If I wanted to do that, I would just eat like rice every day, some rice with yogurt. Like I could just eat that. I'm not doing that. So this typically tends to be my lunch. And later on in the day, if I'll be hungry by about 6 in the evening and I would want to snack, and my snack typically tends to be a portion of fruit and straight up a protein shake. That typically tends to be my snack. Sometimes, occasionally, I will add in a source of fat into it, like a peanut butter or something, if I'm really wanting to eat the peanut butter, or I'm just craving for peanut butter, or some chocolate like a dark chocolate piece, just to get in some fats through that. So again, trying to balance out the meal, but it'll be predominantly a very protein heavy meal so that it keeps me satiated until my dinner. And also some fruit so that I get that energy, because I like having my first glycogen stores full all the time, and also having that stream of energy constantly coming through the day. And then I will finally end off with the last meal of the day. Again, it is something that my family will cook, but my version of it. Like if they are making, let's say, vada pav, for example, in the night. Now I will turn around and I will. This is a little trickier, but what I will do is I will not let the like I love potatoes. Again, straight up as an endurance athlete, you need to start loving potatoes. They are great source of carbs. So I won't let the potato be deep fried. So I will not make like a vada out of it, but I will just use the potato mixture that is been made at home. Now, occasionally I will try and buy sourdough breads, or more like fiber rich breads if I can. Maybe not sourdough bread, like not white sourdough bread, but a different sourdough bread. If sometimes I will, but in most cases I'll just straight up take the pav. I will put my like the non deep fried vada in the pav, and then I'll load it up with a lot of vegetables. So I'll probably have some lettuce. I will have some spinach, I will have some cucumbers, I'll have some tomatoes, I'll have some bell peppers, and I'll almost make a pavada sandwich kind of a thing. So that I am also getting in my fiber. I am also getting in the simple carbs I really, and it's what's made at home. So there are also practical considerations around my life. I, I'm not going to go completely around it and say no, I'm not going to eat pavada. I'm just going to make my own food. I have done that for a long period of time. Sometimes it's very inconvenient. So now my thought process is how can I just take the meal made at home and make it just incrementally better in my case where I can still enjoy the meal. I can still eat the pav vada. I can still eat that white bread. But how can I just still make it better, right? The amount of veggies I will add it will ensure that I'm getting still enough fiber and my response to like the glucose response is still going to be a little better compared to if I would have straight just eaten up that deep fried vada pav. So that's pretty much what I will end up doing through the day is mostly using whatever is cooked at home in my style and then some of the meals just making it myself and kind of structuring the day uh, and through this process by through protein powder which is very convenient I will kind of get in significant chunks of protein and then through protein enriched rotis or protein enriched dosas or the tofu or the tempeh that I will kind of sprinkle liberally through the day. Some wheat gluten as well, sometimes in form of seitan and those kind of things. I will again end up consuming easily around 140 grams of protein in a day. Uh, and then with the balanced carbs and fats, it's not like it's a no-brainer, and I will end up consuming about 45-ish, maybe 50-ish grams of fiber, which is I would say slightly higher than what most people would kind of consume. But with the higher amount of protein coming in, I would rather also have higher amount of fiber also coming in, especially protein through protein powder coming in. I would like my fiber content to be higher so that there's no constipation or no like gut irritation that is happening. So typically this is what my day looks like.
Yeah, that's amazing. Um, so
I like how you made it more practical because I think
yes,
a lot of people, if the whole family hasn't gone vegan, how you made it not inconvenient for your family and also still benefiting your goals, your health goals, and
yeah,
your fitness goals. So that's very helpful.
yeah, that's better than
Yeah, we
us.
can pass that on. I
Yeah,
think.
because it's yeah, we can definitely take a cue from what you do because we basically insist on having a vegan meal whether we are having a party at home or whatever. People come and say, I'm sorry, we are making a vegan meal, but then they just like you may have noticed, they actually start liking it, and after a period of time, they're like, oh, are you going to make that seitan chicken or whatever, and they actually enjoy it. So I
Little
hope
by
that
little.
I hope you have seen the same thing. You want to ask him about the cheat restaurant?
Yeah, so this was my own question. I was curious,
This
like
is not in the
when
list.
you are, if you're having like a cheat day or a special day and you want to order from a restaurant or go to a restaurant in Mumbai, what is your go-to place?
Right. So first of all, I don't call it a cheat day at all. Uh, I just call it more like a relaxed day because sometimes I feel while terminology, like terminology kind of I don't care about terminology, but a lot of clients like then take that terminology to their heart. And like cheating means what are you cheating with your health? Why would you cheat with your health? It makes no sense to me that you would cheat with your health. So so, but going, from that very relaxed day, if I'm ordering out, like another thing that I tell a lot of my clients is that please don't try and order like, oh, maybe this thing has some tofu in it, so I'm going to order this so that I get my protein. It's a relaxed day. Just order what you want to. Like, if you want to eat that unhealthiest burger on the planet, just eat it. Like, we eat 1,200 meals in a year. If you have like 10 relaxed meals, is that going to undo what amazing stuff that you have done in the balance 1,100 meals? Probably not, by no scope. So if I were you, I would show up for the 1,100 meals and then stay relaxed for those some of other meals. And at the same time, I also tell them that don't eat like there's no tomorrow. So don't like eat a 20,000 calorie day. You don't just stuff away yourself to glory or something. So don't do those kind of things. But for example, if I want to order something, typically I will end up ordering from Earth Cafe, or not ordering, but I will end up going to Earth Cafe and just ordering like a big pizza, or ordering one of their big burgers. I think they have a really good Beyond Meat patty burger, and I really love that burger. So something like that, or I will just make the meal myself at home. Like I will order things from a, like I'll just get the Beyond Meat patty or any of the vegan patties, and I'll get some vegan cheese myself and some avocado, and like just kind of make a nice big burger at home. Uh, that's pretty much it. And like a side of French fries. Like I love French fries, so typically it will just be a combination of those two, and like maybe a big like big coffee or something, like maybe a cold coffee milkshake or something, like a vegan cold coffee milkshake. So something like that, I think that would be a reasonably good cheat day. I haven't had the craving to do that in a while now, but now that we are speaking, maybe I will do it now.
Oh, maybe.
Good
But
point.
whenever we go by, actually we go almost by your house in that area, and Jenny actually discovered a place that we swing by on our relaxed days when when we're going in that direction, and that is Lakshman Om Vada Pav guy. I don't know if you know this
Ah,
guy. So we
no.
go there and pick up, on our cheat days, pick up a vada pav from there and then continue on. I know you said that you don't eat fried stuff, but on a relaxed day, maybe you can indulge. His stuff
Yeah,
is very good.
on a
Just
relaxed day
wanted
I'm
to
okay.
throw
On a
that in there.
relaxed day, like I will occasionally eat fried stuff on a relaxed day. Like with deep fried stuff outside, it's so trickier because their oils are just not something that I am like very, like I would rather eat like a deep fried vada pav at home. Like I would really like, my mother makes kick ass vada pav, so like I just eat like them eating at home.
Because I know you answered a couple of our questions already. Uh, oh, what do you and you? Sorry, I need some water. What do you feel like since now you're a vegan mountaineer and accomplished vegan bodybuilder? What do you feel like your greatest accomplishment has been since becoming vegan in terms of your athleticism? Like, what is your maybe climbing Mount Everest or
Yeah,
summiting Mount Everest twice might be the
yeah,
obvious
yeah.
answer, but do you have anything
Anything
else that you feel that you're particularly proud of?
proud of? Yeah.
So number one, I am far away from being an accomplished bodybuilder. It is still at least 5 to 7 years minimum, or maybe even 10 years away. Maybe in my early 50s is when I will become that accomplished bodybuilder that I aspire to be. There's still a lot of time I need to put in this journey, which I have not. So that's still far away. So to answer your question, my best accomplishment has not happened yet. Yes, climbing Everest would have been a good answer to this, but I truly believe that has not happened yet. So my next goal my next goal is to be that accomplished bodybuilder who can also climb. Today, as of today, I do not know of a professional bodybuilder who can climb mountains, because the two sports are polar opposites. So it's like, jokingly, I told one of my friends that I want to be the first bodybuilder in the world standing on top of Everest with striated glutes. Like, those bodybuilders, they have those glute muscles, which, so like I want to stand on top of Everest, like stripped down to my, like, those bikini undies with my striated glutes, and like take a picture on top of Everest. Like that would be a dream come true if I can, pull that off someday.
Good go.
I like that.
Yeah. Do it, do
We're
it,
looking forward
do
to
it, do it. Because I think I think what you said earlier really impressed me. That whatever, yeah, you've climbed Everest twice, and yet you're saying, oh, wait, my goal is not yet there.
achieved.
So
Yeah.
that is how we always want people. I mean, that really brings a lot of passion to whatever you do. Whether you are leading by example or whether you're doing your own personal feat, it makes a huge difference. I think that's commendable. Really is commendable. So I guess the kind of lead up question, next question kind of leads into this, in which is, what do you feel is a message to the rest of the world, or what do you feel should be a take-home message for people, who are aspiring to be like you, really?
I think there's no one takeaway message, but maybe a few of them. Maybe starting with having a goal or an objective in life, or having an overarching Everest in life. Where my overarching Everest was climbing the Everest, or my next overarching Everest is, hey, I want to be that guy who stands on top of Everest with striated glutes, right? Having that goal that gives you that sense of purpose, or that gives you that drive, that gives you that passion, that gives you, like, every morning I wake up with a sense of purpose that I want to kill today. I want to show up. I want to put in this effort. I want to do the best myself, right? Like, you always want to kind of put yourself in the place where you can succeed at your goals and your dreams, right? So I want to do the best for myself. So kind of with that mindset, setting up your training, showing up, putting in the time and effort, right? Like, you have a goal, but if you're not going to show up for that goal, if you're not going to put the time and effort for your own goal, no one else is, right? It is your Everest. If you're not going to put the time and effort for your goal, who else is going to be? So putting in that time and effort, training, preparing for that goal, showing up every day, not needing that external motivation. Oh, मैंने आज YouTube का video देखा, I'm now motivated. Oh heck, that motivation is not going to last for more than 30 seconds. So better be motivated by your goal, better show up, better put in the time, and the fact that there are going to be tons of failures, lot of adversity, lot of challenge in any of these goals, and that none of this is going to happen in an instant gratification fashion, right? This is not like an Instagram reel that you are living a life. This is like literally a 2-hour YouTube video that you probably are kind of being part of. Like, to give a content analogy, if I can, like, this is a much longer term game that you have to play, filled with tons of challenges and a whole bunch of things, and that there's going to be failures as well, and that you can't give up during these failures. I remember climbing Everest, I failed a couple of times. 2014, 2015, I couldn't climb Everest, but I didn't give up, went back in 2016 and reached the top of Everest. So kind of not giving up. So long drawn process, right? Starts off with finding your Everest, preparing, staying consistent, facing the adversity, not giving up, staying on track, and finally getting to the top. So that's something that I would like to kind of share a message to everyone, and kind of ending it with the mindset that you can do all of this without having any animal suffer or die for your dreams at the end of the day.
Well, thank you so much for joining us. This has been eye opening for us too. I
Yeah.
think we got a lot of great tips from you, practical tips on real world veganism, real world vegan athleticism. So, really excited to hopefully continue to share these tips with our our fans. Wow.
Yeah.
Nope. With our listeners and our patients and with your clients, hopefully, little by little, we can make the world a more animal friendly and healthier place. So
Yeah.
thank you so much again, and hopefully you can come join us again for
Yeah.
Thank you so much for
exciting topics and
go ahead.
discussions.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
Thanks, appreciate it.
Yeah, so thank you so much, and really appreciate our conversation. I think generally my podcasts are all around people either talking to me about Mount Everest and climbing Mount Everest or any of these. So they are never this drilled down around vegan food or vegan mindset or around vegan nutrition. So it was really good to speak about these specific things like vegan acceptance and all the practical problems that we really face in our day-to-day lives, and how we can think about these things. So really, I think thoroughly enjoyed this conversation. Hopefully, people will like it, and will learn a thing or two from this. So yeah, glad to be here. Thank you. Bye. Bye.
We really hope you enjoyed our conversation. Can you think about one thing or an idea that you can start to introduce into your own life that will help make your life healthier and less stressful?
If you enjoyed today's episode, we'd really appreciate it if you can take a few seconds to share the podcast with your friends and family. Thank you so much for listening. Have a wonderful week.
And always remember, your health is literally in your own hands. Making lifestyle changes is not an easy task, but we promise you will be aptly rewarded with a long, healthy, and disease-free life.